Metal Warriors, welcome back to the Friday 13th YouTube channel. Today we're doing a review of Saxon live at Leeds Direct Arena on the 13th of March of 2024. Now we all know this being on tour right now, supporting Judas Priest alongside Uriah Heep. Like Judas Priest, Saxon have wrote some fantastic albums, and this year Hell Fire Damnation is a hell of a fantastic album. Just like Judas Priest, Invincible Shield album, which is another fantastic album. So seeing both of these bands live, doing a complete metal set is absolutely fantastic. Not to forget, Uriah Heep are a good hard rock band. As we all know, all three bands are currently touring Europe right now. Saxon have always been a strong band from the very early stages of their career. Originally formed in Barnsley, England in 1975 under the original name of S.O.B., Son of a Bitch, but later on changed the name to Saxon. Saxon have constantly wrote fantastically strong albums, and for me, I saw the turning point in the band's career when they released Metalhead. Now, the band have wrote heavy songs in their past, but I could see the slight change in the band's music direction, especially when they wrote the album Dogs of War. Like I said, for me, Metalhead was the turning point, a fantastic album, and they've wrote some fantastic albums throughout their career. The Metalhead album, however, did see the band going in a more power metal direction. And I've got to hand it to the boys, Biff and the Boys, who've never wrote a bad album. If you look at the debut album, Saxon, which was released in 1979, right up to the new album, Hell Fire Damnation in 2024, they've done some brilliant albums. Now, in total, Saxon have released 24 albums. The band's last album, Capri Diem, was a fantastic album, a great follow-up to the album Thunderbolt, and with the band's current lineup, Biff Byford on vocals, who's a fantastic singer, really strong vocalist. It's got better with age, just like Rob Halford. We'd have Nigel Glockler on drums, Nibbs Carter on bass guitar, Doug Scarratt on guitar, and I would also have current new guitarist Brian Tatley from Diamond Head, who's replaced Paul Quinn. Now, folks, I don't know what you guys think about Paul Quinn leaving the band. I still miss him very much. Brian Tatley from Diamond Head has replaced Paul Quinn on guitar, and it's very strange to see Saxon live without Paul. I miss Paul very much. He's a fantastic guitarist, and he was pretty much Biff's right-hand man. Saxon's new album, as we all know, Hell Fire Damnation, is a very strong album, very powerful. Now, watching Saxon live is absolutely amazing. If you've never seen Saxon live before, you're in for a right treat. Go and see them live while you can. And although Saxon were supporting Judas Priest, they pulled out a fantastic set. Now, it's very hard for a band like Saxon or Judas Priest or any band that's been around for many years to pick the perfect set for a live gig. So, the set list that Saxon played in Leeds was Hellfire and Damnation, Motorcycle Man, Sacrifice, There's Something in Roswell, the bands played on Madame Guillotine, Power and the Glory, Fire and Steel, Dallas 1 p.m., 747 Strangers in the Night, Wheels of Steel, featuring Paul Quinn. This was absolutely fantastic seeing Paul come on stage with his old bandmates. They played Denim and Leather together and Princess of the Night. Now, having Paul on stage, the crowd went ballistic, as you can imagine. And the same could be said for Judas Priest when Glenn Tipton came out on stage, especially in the Birmingham show. From start to finish, the Saxon set was absolutely amazing. The band were sheer full force, delivering the goods. And I have to say, Biff's voice is as strong as ever. Guitarists Doug and Brian did a really fantastic set together. They really traded off each other, just like Paul did with Doug. As we all know, the madman of the band, Nibbs Carter, is still as mad now as he was when he first joined the band. Headbanging, swirling nutter. I love Nibbs to bits. The drummer, Nigel Glockler, what can we say? Nigel's a brilliant drummer. He's been with the band for many, many years. As we all know, he was with Toya Wilcox back in the early stages, but he's a fantastic drummer, very underrated. Like any band that release a new album, it must be very difficult to pick the perfect songs in a set list. They've got to please the old fans as well as the new fans. Now I'm looking forward to seeing Saxon return later this year doing their own tour. The stage presence for Saxon was absolutely phenomenal. Great backdrop, massive backdrop for the Hellfire Damnation. The drum kit looked fantastic. Lots of amps on stage. Really looked impressive. Now, Metalhead, I'm not sure what you think about this idea, but I really think this should be put together in the very near future. Judas Priest, Saxon, and Iron Maiden, they should all tour together and just do a fantastic tour. They're the last of the real metal bands that are still around from the UK scene. I'm kind of hoping one day that Paul Quinn will come back to the band and share the stage with Doug and Brian. Just like Iron Maiden are three guitarists, Saxon can do it as well. But in the meantime, Paul's got his own hard rock blues band. If you've not heard them, they're called The Cards. They've released 2 albums. They're really, really good. Check them out. It's with Harris Young on bass guitar and vocals, who's played with Dora and Udo. Like Judas Priest, Saxon will never let the fans down. They always come up trumps. They're a fantastic, strong band live. They write some fantastic albums. So, metalheads, go and see the band live. They are on tour right now with Uriah Heep and Saxon. They're a force to be reckoned with. Saxon will never let the fans down. They're a fantastic band live. So please leave comments, metalheads. Please share. Please tell your friends to subscribe to the channel. Please enjoy the photos that's complied with this review. Thanks for listening and watching. Take care, metalheads. More reviews coming soon.